I consider the so-called German water in India to be a quite good project. The German GTZ has installed many deep bore wells with easy-going hand pumps, which children can use too. You find these all over the city, towns and villages. This has led to a drastic reduction of waterborne illnesses like diarrhea. But people have to use these, and not like we saw in Shantiniketan, keep on washing their plates in the pond. I find quite defining what Gitali, a social economic from Kolkata, wrote to me lately. I agree fully with you that we have to take care of our problems ourselves, and foreign NGOs do a lot of harm in many places. It's especially true for small countries like Nepal, Bangladesh and many African nations. Of course, the things are different in India because of its democratic processes, however inefficient they may be. However, as you said, opening a hospital is not really the long-term solution. There is no point in creating parallel structure. The state system has to work ultimately, though the state has to become more accountable to its people. But what then can we do? I think everybody is asked here. Brainstorming. If you look at the historical development of development aid, this is a form of Western politics to influence poorer countries. And this still often is the case these days if you look who gets development aid and who not. But it is essential that development cooperation has not got any political or economic goals. Further, we have to give these countries time to develop themselves. I always have to think back at the time in the Black Forest 100 years ago, when kids were still working in the farms of their parents, and hardly nobody went to school. This took several generations to change. Why shouldn't these countries have time to change as well? Let them do it the way they want to. But we have to give them equal chances, and that means that we are not allowed to have high import taxing into the Western world for these developing nations, and on the other hand forcing them to restrict their import taxing for Western European or US American goods. Further, these nations need a remission of their debts to even be able to build up a functioning economy. And a functioning economy, I believe, would solve many problems automatically, because where there is money, health develops. Coming to an end, I would like to make some remarks for all those of you who want to set out on a journey themselves. I believe it is extremely important to be aware that the Indian culture has different norms and rules and understandings. We are the intruder and should try and be a passive observer. We should observe, but we always try and rate everything straight away, and this according to our Western norms. But this is no generally accepted moral in the world, and we shouldn't categorize the Indian or Western as better or worse, because then we soon start judging or prejudging and become prejudiced. But when we have become prejudiced, we can't see anymore what actually is. We can't observe anymore. And this is especially difficult in India, because India is just so different. And we are not allowed to have this taken away, because we would miss out on so much, and we wouldn't find the entrance to this fascinating country anymore. Also, we should try and tame our so-developed helping syndrome. Surely, in India there is plenty of pain and poverty, but because we have such great difficulties in understanding these people and this country, it can often happen with the best intentions practiced development cooperation leads to casualties of what we had never thought before, and our egoistic self-actualization trip of helping should not lead to this. Open your eyes, listen, feel, smell, and listen again and open your eyes. We don't have to understand Indian, but we have to breathe it in and feel it. And then, when we don't take care, we become more and more Indian and can get a glimpse of this different world. We have come to an end of our lecture. I thank you for your attention. I would be very thankful for you to add any comments or thoughts. Just press the button below and enter your text. Thank you.